Hey, what's up, people? JayDub here. I just got done doing my charity work for the week, which was watching TNA LockDown on pay-per-view. Now, I have to let you guys know that I will not be able to give a full review on the show because I'm still trying to recover some of the brain cells that I lost as a result of watching it. So I'm just going to give my opinion. Let me enunciate on that. Opinion. TNA fans, you got that? Do you know the meaning of that word, opinion? You know, look it up on dictionary.com or something like that. But, yeah, I'm going to give my opinion. Quick opinion on a couple of the things that I saw. TNA fans, I would ask you guys what you thought of the pay-per-view, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say already. You thought it was excellent, just as you think everything that TNA does is excellent, so really, what's the difference now? So, you know, what's the point in asking? But hey, be my guest. If you want to share, down in the comment section below, go right ahead. Where do I start with this pay-per-view? I could start off in how your world champion wins his match as a result of poking his opponent in the eye with a fucking pin. A pin. A regular old writing pen. Well, I don't know for sure if it was a regular old writing pen because, you know, in TNA, you have people walking around with magical rings that give them powers and stuff. So who knows if the pen was, you know, mystical and magical and it gave AJ Styles superpowers or something like that. But, you know, he pokes his opponent in the eye with a pin, hits his finisher as a result, and he wins the match. That was really phenomenal. That was great. It was real phenomenal. Yeah, I could talk about that, or I could move on to talk about how as many talented people that TNA isn't utilizing right now that's on their roster, such as Jay Lethal, they still put, and as big as their roster is, they put 4 guys in 2 matches each tonight. I could talk about that. Or I could move on and talk about how you have the X Division Championship on the line when the champion is halfway across the globe. And his belt is with him. So you have the X Division Championship on the line. The belt isn't even in the same building. Isn't even in the same damn state. Isn't even in the fucking country. It's on another continent. I could talk about that. Or I could talk about how a gimmick pay-per-view that's supposed to be all cage matches, TNA still found a way to book a street fight. A street fight in a cage. A street fight in a cage match. Does that make sense to anybody? Yeah. No? Okay. It doesn't make sense? Okay, I thought so. Moving on. Like I said, that didn't make sense, and a lot of things that happened tonight didn't make sense. So TNA, from now on, I'm going to refer to you guys as total nonsensical action, because tonight it's either dumb shit happened or it didn't make sense. Basically, that was, you know, that was the you know, the thin line right there. It was either dumb as hell or it didn't make a lick of sense, you know. Besides maybe one match, and I'll get to that later on. But yeah, let's move on to the main event of the night, which was Lethal Letdown. You had Team Hogan versus Team Flair, and I'm wondering why did they name these teams after Hogan and Flair, seeing as they weren't even actual competitors in the match. But, you know, as time went on, I realized why. Because, you know, they had them run out to the ring, and they had them completely overshadow the match. Like, I forgot a fucking match was going on anyway, because you had Hogan, Flair, and Bischoff standing in the middle of the ring while everybody was laid out on the ground. And why, you know, a couple of people were laid out on the ground. We had Jeff Hardy climb to the top of the cage. I see a ladder and a table sitting there. I'm like, I know he's about to do some crazy shit because, I mean, he's Jeff Hardy, so you know it. So, yeah, Beer Money climbs on the top of the cage. Jeff Hardy sets up the ladder on top of the cage, so maybe he's like, what, 30 feet high in the air? And mind you, he gets on top of the ladder while one of the Beer Money members are laying on top of the table. The ladder is maybe like 1 foot away from the edge of the fucking cage, and I was really like, I felt that he was in danger at that moment, but he, you know, he jumped off, he did like a crossbody onto the member of Beer Money and landed, you know, they like collided with the table and everything, you know. I really don't put anything past Jeff Hardy at this point because, I mean, this is the same guy, you know, who got a fireball blown in his fucking face many times. Like, I heard, you know, I read on many wrestling websites that they said that he got a fireball blown in his face like 3 times, and he actually got legitimately burned. Like, what kind of drugs do you have to be on to even, you know, agree to something like that or even suggest it on your own free will? Like, what the fuck do you have to be smoking for somebody to come up to you and say, we want to shoot a fireball in your face? And you're like, cool. we didn't get the right angle. We messed up. You know, let's shoot it in your face another time. Cool. Oh, we messed up again. Let's shoot the fireball in your face one more time. Cool. So, really, I don't put anything past Jeff Hardy at this point. And, yeah. Speaking of, you know, crazy shit, TNA, most of the matches tonight, I do believe, probably more than half the matches have blood involved in the matches. TNA, we get it. WWE has banned blood, but does that mean you have to inundate us with blood all the fucking time? Like, I remember it was a point in time where I would watch wrestling, and I would be excited because I saw blood, because, you know, blood can add something to a match, but a match can be good without blood. I can get into a match without blood. Somebody, I believe it was on YouTube, they described blood to me like this. Blood in wrestling matches is like putting sugar in coffee. Sure, if you have the right mix, it's cool, but if you put too much in there, you can ruin the whole fucking thing. And I do believe that's what TNA has done. They've ruined the whole thing. It's not even like I'm surprised when I see blood, like, or shocked. I'm like, oh man, oh, it's blood in that match. Oh, this match is crazy. It's just like, oh, here goes TNA again. You know, blood, like, what's the fucking difference? Like, they do it so much that it's way past the point of overkill. Like, they've crossed the line, pardon the pun, into overkill. You know, that's just my opinion on it. And, yeah, back to Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and Eric Bischoff. Ric Flair, he runs down to the ring, tries to bite Abyss's fucking finger off, trying to get to Hulk Hogan's, you know, Hall of Fame ring that gives Abyss powers, gives him magical powers. And people sit up and talk shit about WWE for being PG. Talks about WWE for having, you know, childish, jokey segments. But look at TNA. It's supposed to be a, you know, esteemed, you know, mature adult program. They have somebody walking around with a fucking ring on his finger that is supposed to give him magical powers. What the fuck is this? Is this, you know, Captain Planet and you know, the Planet Saving Friends, or whatever the hell they're called, the Green Lantern, or the Wonder Twin powers activate? Is this what I'm watching? Thing with WWE, at least we know Hornswoggle is meant to be taken as a fucking joke. They want us to take Abyss seriously. He's walking around with a ring on that gives him magical powers, but they want us to take him seriously. But you're an adult, mature program. Cool. But the TNA fans, we don't hear them saying anything about that. They love to talk about Hornswoggle and shit, but we don't see him saying anything about that. You know, we don't see him saying anything about that childish angle. So, yeah, but nonetheless, he's in there trying to bite off Abyss's fucking finger. Hulk Hogan runs down to the ring. Then Eric Bischoff runs down to the ring, breaking up Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan fighting while everybody in the match is laid out. So basically, it's like the match is on pause, and this is the Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff show. Basically, what TNA has been since they've arrived in the company anyway. So, yeah, but this is on a pay-per-view. You know, Eric Bischoff pulls off these brass knuckles, and he's going back and forth like, should I hand them to Hogan? Should I hand them to Flair? Hogan, Flair. Flair is like, come on, give me the brass knuckles. Give them to me. Pick me. Pick me. Hogan is like, yeah, pick me. Pick me. He pans them off to Hogan, and Ric Flair is standing there like dumbfounded. I'm like, yeah, you should be dumbfounded, dumbass, because the whole match, the whole damn ring is littered with weapons. I mean, it's a lethal lockdown match. Like, we've already sat here and we've seen people use guitars, kendo sticks, trash can lids, trash cans themselves, you know, thumbtacks, bats. We've seen them use all these fucking weapons, but you're sitting here and obsessing over some itty-bitty ass brass knuckles when you could have picked up anything and attacked Hogan with. Really? Really? So, yeah, that's one of the many things tonight that didn't make sense. Overall, this pay-per-view, I really couldn't get into it. It was corny as hell, and, yeah, one match, I will say, it was a good match. Kurt Angle, he tore the house down with Mr. Kennedy, just like with the, as far as I'm concerned, this is another case of the, you know, where they say Shawn Michaels wrestled a ladder. This is like Kurt Angle, he wrestled a fucking cage, because he was the star of that match. Hit a moonsault off the top of the cage. You know, he was choking out Mr. Kennedy. And, yeah, after he won the match, he said he was going to take a break for a while. Kurt Angle, you've earned it. You are truly one of the greats in wrestling. You've torn your body up. I know you have to be hurting like hell, but you went out there like it was nothing at all. So I have to give you your props. Give a little tip to the hat to you. But other than that, this pay-per-view was corny as hell. Nothing spectacular came out of it. And, yeah, that's it. TNA fans, you can get pissed off, but I really don't care at this point. Like, and yeah, I really don't. So I guess that's it. Peace out.